YouTube, this is a very quick video on how to sketch a circle centered at the origin, okay? And so the first thing we're going to start with is the equation for a circle centered at the origin. You're going to notice that x and y are both being summed and that they're both squared. And this looks really Pythagorean, but we say x squared plus y squared equals r squared, where r, just r, not r squared, but r is the radius of our circle. This would be some circle centered at the origin. So for instance, if we were to just go ahead and compose one here, we say x squared plus y squared equals, and I'll go with 9 here. What I want to go ahead and start by kind of admitting here is that the center is at the origin. We already kind of go into this knowing that it's 0, 0, because that's kind of the point of this video. But the second thing is this. We could say that this term right here really represents the r squared in this expression. So we have an r squared value of 9, and the important thing to keep in mind is this, that the actual value of the radius is the square root of this number right here. So we say the radius is 3. Now you might be thinking plus or minus 3 or 3, and in this case, since we're kind of describing a physical distance, we're going to say that the radius is just 3. We're going to put 3 units. Okay, so to sketch this, it'd be really, well, I don't want to say easy to do, because I'll tell you what, you're going to see that this doesn't look very pretty once you sketch one. But the things we want to put in here are the important points. We'd say this is the centers at 0, 0. We have a radius of 3, so we would know at least 4 points on this graph, kind of north, south, east, west deal. And we would sketch in what we can here. But really quickly, I just kind of want to explore, how would this look different depending upon the value of r. And so I'm going to head over to here. This is desmos.com really quickly here. We're going to say x squared. You can see me typing this in up here. Whoops. Let's go this way. Plus y squared equals r squared. You'll notice it's going to ask me if I want to put a slider in. This slider actually allows me to change the value of r to whatever I want as I slide this. And you can see as I slide this to the right, you can see the radius of the circle on the right increasing, and as I slide to the left, it's actually also increasing. And the reason why, even with negatives, it increases is because when you square a negative, it still becomes positive, okay? But I want you to notice when I have an r value of, say, 2, that my circle over here has a radius of 2 and is centered to the origin. Or if I have an r value of 3, that our circle has a radius, of course, of 3. And you might be saying, well, 3, I thought you had 9 over here on the other example. X squared plus y squared equals, 9. And the deal here is, again, keep in mind that this is equal to r squared, okay? And so what I'm putting in here for r is being squared up here. So technically, if I were to put this 3 in right here, it'd say x squared plus y squared equals 3 squared, which is 9, okay? But that is how you graph a circle that is centered at the origin. You just find the radius and sketch her in. Cheers.